the object of the game.
Welcome to Samurai, a game for 2 to 4 players that plays in about 45 minutes. Developed by Rainer Knizia and published by Hans im Glück in 1998.
Your forces have set out to dominate Japan. Others will resist you, but careful placement will make sure that you have the resources you need. You must use a balanced strategy, however, because too much of a good thing will leave you weak in other areas.
The object of the game is to win.
You win by collecting figures. The easiest way to guarantee victory is to have the most figures in at least 2 of the types. However, there are tiebreakers in case this doesn't happen. You collect figures by surrounding them with tiles and having the most numerical strength. The game will end once either the last figure of a given type is captured or a tie causes the 4th figure to be removed from the game. The current player finishes out their turn and then the game ends.
Based on the number of players, set out the correct islands. For 2 players, you have Honshu. If you have a 3rd player, you'll add the islands of Kyushu, Shikoku. And for a 4th player, bring in Hokkaido.
Next, each player takes a screen, as well as the chips of their given color. You will get to choose 5 of these chips to be your starting pool of tokens. Or, for your first game and you don't know anything about strategy, go ahead and just pick randomly. The remainder are flipped face down as a draw pool for later.
Determine who will be the first player. The rules suggest the youngest player, but you may obviously choose the method that works for you.
In the final piece of setup, you'll need to populate the various cities and villages. Depending on your number of players, you'll need fewer tokens. If you're playing the full game, just use them all. But for each player below 4, remove 3 sets. Start with the capital of Edo. Edo gets 1 of each type of figure. Next, you will populate the cities on the board. These are in red, and they gain 2 figures apiece. The starting player gets first choice, and then it goes clockwise around the table. Important rule here, you cannot put the same figure in the same city. These must be different. Can't be pairs. Finally, finish out all the villages with a single figure each.
With all the figures placed, play begins.
Playing a turn. On your turn, you will play at least 1 tile from your pool behind the screen. There are 2 important distinctions in the tiles. There are normal tiles and special tiles. The normal ones lack any sort of indication on them, but the special tiles have the kanji for samurai down at the bottom. Normal tiles are limited. You can only play 1 normal tile per turn. However, the special ones, you can play any number, as well as in addition to your normal tile, should you so choose. So, for example, I could play both my samurai and my boat on the same turn. Now, the samurai, like most tokens, can be played on any empty land space. Boats are special in that they get to be played on the water. There are also 2 swap tiles, which we'll get into in a moment.
If all land spaces next to a figure are filled with tokens, the figure is captured by the player with the highest total strength. So if red was able to play this token here, these 2 figures would be eligible for capture because all the land around them is filled. Most of the tokens have a symbol on them that matches one of the figures. They will only be added to total for strength for those specific figures. So this token here does not influence the rice paddy, but it does influence this hi-hat whenever it gets surrounded. The samurai, the ronin, and the ships will influence any figure they're next to. So looking at this rice paddy, we see that blue has a total strength of 5 on it, because the hi-hat doesn't count, and red has a total strength of 7, so red would capture that rice paddy. Just a quick note that captured figures are kept secret and placed behind your screen, except in a 2-player game where they're placed in front of it. For this one, red has 3, because they have the rice token. Blue has a samurai and a Buddha, so the Buddha doesn't count. The samurai gives it 3, tied for 3. This is set to the side as a tie.
You'll always have 5 tokens in your pool. So, once you've completed your turn, simply draw until you have 5 again.
Now we'll talk about the 2 exchange tokens you have available. The figure exchange, which you'll note has the kanji character at the bottom, allows you to swap any 2 figures on the board. The only restriction is you can't put 2 of the same figures in a city. For instance, this hi-hat couldn't be replaced with that Buddha, because I would put 2 hi-hats in this city. However, it could be swapped for this rice paddy over there. Having played this gets discarded into the box. Unlike any other token, it is not placed on the board. The token exchange allows you to replace one of the tokens you've already played. The replaced token must be immediately placed on the board.
Final scoring. The winner is determined by the number of figures that a player has in each category. So, we compare Buddhas to Buddhas, and blue is ahead 4-3. Rice paddies, blue also takes the win at 3-2. And then the high helmets are tied at 3 apiece. Since blue has the most in at least 2 varieties, he has just won the game. However, if one of these Buddhas had been a tie, now neither character wins outright. Instead, we limit the pool of winners, of eligible winners, to those who have the most in at least 1 category. Since blue is still the only one with a win here at 3-2 in rice paddies, he is still the winner of the game. Now let's make this more interesting and put red ahead on Buddhas. Each player has 1 category in which they dominate. Here, your excess variety matters. Your winning category is removed from the tally, and your remaining figures are your score. So here, blue has 6, apart from his rice paddies, and red has 5, apart from his Buddhas. 6 wins, and blue continues his chain of victory. If we once again remove a Buddha from the equation, now we're looking at an outright tie. Removing the top category leaves each player with 5 apiece. So, this score is calculated based on your total figure count. Here, blue has 8, red has 9, and so the odds have flipped in red's favor, and he wins the game. If you still happen to be tied at this point, the game is a tie. With a higher number of players, you can actually come into the situation where you have a tie for the victor of all categories. So here, red and green are tied for the Buddhas, red and blue are tied for the high helmets, and blue and green are tied for the rice paddies. In this odd scenario, it's simply a count of total figures to figure out the victor, which unfortunately leaves blue out in the cold because he only has 8 to the shared victory of 9 for both red and green. Alright, so we're going to give Samurai a playthrough. We've gone ahead and picked our starting hands a little early, but that's just going to inform our placement instead of the other way around. I will start like so.
And that's got to go in the city.
Oh, right, city first. Silly me.
Go ahead.
I see your game.
Do you?
No, I have no idea.
I don't see my game. Can you tell me what my game is? We'll do that though.
Ooh, triple threat Buddha.
Buddha fly.
Oh, why would you go there?
Oh no, it's the rice of doom.
Yes, Doom Rice. Gonna start like that.
You are.
Oh, and drop a replacement.
Yes, good call. There's too many options, but this guy's... I keep thinking I can place it with 3 things, you know, like... let's see here. That's silly of me to put all the Buddhas in there, but...
What? You put all your Buddhas in one basket?
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and claim Alan.
Did you say Alan?
Helmet.
I'm claiming Alan?
I don't know who Alan is.
Just not gonna go the way I want it to go, regardless of what I do. So...
Right. You never know.
No, it's the whole thing of playing something here, and you get that final play. And so to think that I'm going to get an advantage out of it is, you know, I can't play against.
You're sitting at 4-2. It's quite possible.
Oh no, it's fine for the Buddha right now. It's more for the if I was trying to sneak in on a high helmet or something.
You mean because I might do that?
Well, yeah, that's sort of rough.
No, you probably shouldn't sneak in on a high helmet.
Well, yeah, the high helmet's a lost cause. But I might do that, and I think that's enough. So the
Yeah, it's closed.
high helmet's yours and the Buddha's mine.
Yep.
These go in front.
Yeah, I think I want to do that. It's a little early, but
Ha!
the spot's still open.
Huh. I was... I guess I'm going over here.
I guess so. No reason not to, then. Actually, that is a reason. No, I think I'll do it. I'll go ahead and take it, even though I'm going a little heavy on the hats.
Alright, I'll see if it's not as strong as I'd like. But...
Neither is this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
That's a stinker.
I try to be. Yeah, I think I know what my move should be.
Playing a Buddha thing here. I hesitated too much because I'd love to swipe that from you, but it's not in the cards.
I don't know, if you've got your figure swap, then leave it open for me to take.
That would be intriguing. I think I will go with what I was thinking of doing. Just add a little spice there.
Yeah, that's your rice, all right.
With that, so I'll take the rice and the hi-hat. It's kind of a waste to put that guy there.
Yeah, well, now you've got Full set.
Diversity. Yep.
Which means, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
Take those.
That one hurts.
Play continues until the game end, which occurs when all figures of one type have been removed from the board, or 4 figures have been set aside due to ties. Thanks for watching. If you have questions or comments, please email us at info@objectofthegame. For more videos, visit our website at Object of the Game. Note that's objectofthega.me. Thanks.